Hi everyone. So it's been a minute since we did our video on the comparison for EMBARK and Wisdom panel. We adopted Paddington earlier this year, and like I had mentioned in the first part of the video, we had never done a DNA test on our first dog. One, that was because truly they weren't that popular back then, and then we just never did it for no specific reason. But we decided to do one on him. We went with EMBARK because they do test less traits than Wisdom, but they give you more of a health panel, which is what was more important to us. So you kind of have to go through the pros and cons. I think they're both great personally. You are looking to find out through the panel. So it did take about, I would say 4 to 6 weeks. I don't remember exactly. I know it was definitely longer than they had said for the lead time for the results, but it wasn't a big deal. We weren't in a hurry or anything. So we got the email. It says, "We appreciate your patience. We're happy to say that Paddington's DNA analysis results are now ready." It was really easy. They sent us a kit. We did a swab. We did it in our first video. We mailed it in, and that was it. So you log into the site and you have the health summary. It tells you the breed, relevant genetic conditions. They test for, it says 7 variants not detected, and then 173 additional genetic conditions. And there was none detected on him there either. You can also send this report to your vet if you want that put in their file. They make it really easy for you there. And then they go through and they do genetic health conditions, any breed relevant conditions, or just any additional conditions here. So you have your health summary. Then there's more information that you can really get into detail. I don't know if you can see that, but then for future discoveries that will actually help them because they're basically collecting data, you can upload any health things that come into his file from the vet onto here. So, to be honest, we were really surprised, well, kind of surprised what Paddington was. He happens to be actually 100% poodle. Now, it says so Paddington is 8 pounds. A toy poodle goes up to about 5, then you get into the small poodle range. And I think technically he was supposed to be possibly a toy poodle. That's what I was understanding from this. So, you never have any idea why people give their dogs up. Maybe he wasn't the right size for them, what they were expecting, but we'll never know. So anyway, 100% poodle. But with saying that, the DNA markers that are tested, and this is important to know, there is so many of them. And when you're testing a dog, these panels, they are expensive. I mean, they're almost $200, but at the same time, if you're going to get into super specific DNA testing, they would have to test for way more genes, and the cost would be way more than that. So with that also being said, even though this does come back 100% poodle, could he still have some mixes in there? Of course he could. And again, we rescued him. We were not doing this to verify he was a certain breed. We just wanted to know. And we do get a lot of people, I say people ask us all day long what he is, and they always think he's a mix, and you know what? Great, that's fine. We don't care. I think the coolest thing for me personally was that they give you anyone else who uploads and who uses EMBARK, they can cross-reference their DNA. So he's got actually 5 possible family members on here. And we've actually connected with one of them because they're also in California. My girlfriend did this also, and she was able to find a sibling of her rescue pet. So I think that's super cool, and that's my favorite like fun thing about this. And every time another dog gets added that is possibly a match with Paddington, the DNA, I get an email. So it's fun to check out. Then we also have comparably approximately the same price. It just happens what the testing that they did to see if he is predisposed to anything. This came back no. That does not mean that he is clear of everything. He did go for his first physical with us a few months back, and he was showing for hypothyroidism, possibly. All that means is that might be his baseline though, because he is pretty young. So he's about 1.5 to 2 years at this point. And it's super important that you don't just go off of this. You get a vet visit in as soon as you can when you do get your dog, because you want to know what's normal for your specific dog. So where his levels lie for the markers for hypothyroidism, that might be completely normal for him. So we're just gonna keep an eye on that. But again, you can take knowing now what he is and Google that and see kind of what small dogs tend to be predisposed to. I've learned a lot. I've never had a small dog like him. Super predisposed to dental problems. I think average is 90% of small dogs like him under 20 pounds. That's where most of the dental problems lie in dogs his size. And it's really genetics. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff that this, yes, cannot tell you or doesn't tell you, but this does tell you a lot. And I think that the longer these companies exist and the more data that they collect, what it's actually doing is we can find out more definitive answers to genetic problems that pets are predisposed to, and we can do more preventative medicine for them, just like we do for people, so then they can live longer lives, healthier and happier. So I think this is all great. Again, choose EMBARK, choose Wisdom. There's a couple other ones out there just based on what you're looking for and your needs. And either way, if nothing at all, it's just kind of a fun thing to do, because I also do know, I've heard from people that they specifically know that they maybe have kind of a certain dog and it comes back completely wrong. So I don't know what to say about that, but I do know, again, the longer these are out, the better they're gonna get. But I also think it's kind of cool because you may not have any clue that your pet may have, or your dog might have something really unique down the lineage that you had no clue of. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much, and bye.